So this is part of my medical record. I don't know what this means. It means that I had the EEG and it says seizure. So I don't know if that means something. I'm going to ask you guys, maybe you guys know. So I woke up from my nap. I called to get information about my medical records that said seizure because no one told me anything about it. So I'm not sure if it means I had a seizure during the EEG or what. So when I woke up, they were worried because they're concerned I have going to upload a video. And when they kept using in this EMF system the word Chester, and I thought it meant something else. And then all of a sudden, something happens in the news, and it seems like Chester is actually a place in Pennsylvania where I know some of these people have contact. So I've been telling you that this whole system is about sending messages to each other and using me. Okay, using me. So now they're concerned that something that happened at Lacoste to me, and that's the whole point. It was never about me doing anything. It was what was done to me. All of these stories go back to what was done to me. That they're concerned that that will come up. And they said, this is a system of torture pretty much to get me to talk. I've been saying that all along. And what I'm telling the other victims of this system, I'm not the only one, is this is a torture system. It's designed to create problems for victims. That's what I think I'll title this. This system is designed to create problems for you. All the setups, everything. So they just say, well, this started before that happened. Maybe it didn't. That's my point. Maybe it didn't start before this happened. I think, and here's what we're going to get to finally, that these systems are designed to cover up when people have been a victim of a crime. And they go back to the story with Felicia, with Eric Shafir, with the guy at Citibank. They said at the Botanical Garden happened. It did not happen at the Botanical Garden. They may have wanted it to happen at the Botanical Garden, but it didn't. But this goes back to seeing me the wrong way. That's it. And once I wouldn't go along with the plan, and goes back to the incident in 1991, it goes all the way back to me never going along with the plan. And they said this out loud. I don't understand why we keep going over the same thing over and over again. If you lie about people out loud, you confirm what I said you are. So they said they've been saying these lies out loud about other people so that I could repeat it. That goes back to what I've been saying. This, they talked about my high school friend. They didn't know we were actually friends. They thought I was only friends with my other high school friend. But we were actually friends. And it goes back to what I've been saying. And I think we're both at that age because they said, oh, I can't speak for her. Neither can they. That's my whole point. You can't speak for me either. So, they knocked. It goes back to that point, and I think we're both at that age where we can look at what people have done to us and know that this is how people silence victims. So going back to the idea of me not knowing what was in my medical records until I sat down here, and I'm going to start going through it with you guys. And I sat down here and I noticed EEG says seizure. What does that mean? Nobody explained it to me. I don't understand. And it goes back to what was done to silence me, and that now that I'm doing these videos, they have to get more involved. If you weren't doing anything wrong, you wouldn't have been involved. That's it. You wouldn't be involved. And the other part of it, they said they moved these people back in to have a confrontation. There won't be a confrontation because they're cowards. A coward doesn't confront. The coward uses this technology to hit me in the head, cause my face to swell. You look at the videos I did today, my face goes from one size to another, which is abnormal. They wouldn't have tried to dig up all these things. And what's so sad about it is they wouldn't have said they were doing this to me because there was something wrong with me after saying I was great. I'm this, I'm that. I don't understand. So they said they can't release the audio tapes because it's them talking in the background. Exactly. That's right. That's true. So part of why when I do my videos, I have them talking in the background is because they were using this technology on me, and this technology is known to cause these problems. So by using a technology known to cause problems, bringing up problematic people and creating problematic situations, I was supposed to be a complete nut by now. And I didn't do anything wrong. And when I'm looking at other people's experiences, they have the very same experience pretty much. They were victims of crime. And, oh, they're going to cut me off now. And that's what I'm saying. There seems to have been something with these people in every situation where they victimize people and then try to make those same people discredit them. Discredit them is the best word I can use. The other thing I want to talk about is that, you know, when they're sitting, they said they're seeing why. Because they said I'm well spoken. But